loves, welcome back to my channel. Today guys, I'll be checking out this interesting video, and it's titled "The US Wants to Remove the No-Fault Divorce Law and Prevent Paternity Fraud. Women are pissed off." You guys, I'm super excited as always. If I had to subscribe to this channel, please consider subscribing, give this video a massive thumbs up, comment, share, and all that good stuff. And without much ado, let's see what this video is all about.
All right, so those of you who are in Tennessee, guess what? House Bill 2689 is getting ready to pass. That is requiring paternity tests before you sign the birth certificate.
They want to get rid of no-fault divorce, which means that the woman has to prove infidelity or abuse in order to get divorced.
Yes. And with that being said, I have one little requirement. Just one little guy. Just one little thing. You gotta be rich.
I told my boyfriend that I am pregnant and I needed money to abort the baby. But actually, I gave the money to another guy that I love.
I ain't never seen a man that I fucking need. You're all replaceable. Don't ever get too comfortable and don't ever think otherwise.
Hey, what's going on, good people? In this video, we're going to be discussing the fact that we are finally starting to see some changes come as far as state laws changing to give men some type of protection. And I know you guys have heard about the no-fault divorce law that they're trying to get rid of nationwide. Women are truly going to start feeling the pain. So, you know, we definitely going to get into it and break it down. I want to thank you guys ahead of time for hitting that subscribe button, liking the video, dropping a comment down below. Let's get into the review.
Now, they're going after your right to get a divorce.
Oh, ladies, welcome to the consequences of your own actions. Like y'all say all the time, we're in a patriarchy. That men control everything and we have all the power. Well, if that's true, did you really think we were going to go on letting you make divorce or profit an industry? We gave you all power. And don't get it twisted, you didn't get it, we gave it to you. But the problem is that power we gave you, you're abusing it. As of now, women are initiating nearly 80% of the divorces. And the vast majority of them have no cause other than you someone else. And that's fine. I think you should have the right to do that. But I also think that if you want a divorce without cause, you shouldn't get a dime. You should not financially benefit for breaking your vows because you were bored. While I wish we could just make it so you get nothing when you leave, the courts would never allow that. So this is the next best thing. And ladies, look, I know you're not used to this thing called accountability, but I am very glad to see you're starting to. Enjoy.
Listen, I think his data is correct. I've been researching it, and women do initiate far more divorces than men.
So Texas GOP has added to its platform that they want to get rid of no-fault divorce, which means that the woman has to prove infidelity or abuse in order to get divorced. And Republicans all over the nation are pushing for this in other state legislatures. So I would advise young women today to not get married legally. Have a ceremony. Have a commitment with your partner. Have a nice wedding, whatever, but do not trap yourselves into the confines of the law with divorce, because when we say that they're not going to stop with banning transgender care and getting rid of gay marriage and continuing to oppress people of color, they're not going to stop with marginalized groups. They are going to go after women, eventually men, but right now they're going after women. And banning no-fault divorce is the most ridiculous fascist thing I've ever seen. It's another way to trap women. It's another way to control women. And so, honestly, as a 41-year-old divorced woman, to the young women of today, don't trap yourselves. Don't file the papers.
I think I like this one so far. And if you're a woman watching this video, do not listen to this woman, because what the government is trying to do is trying to control the abuse that comes with no-fault divorce. Because so many women can just wake up and decide to just divorce their husband because since this law is still in existence and they know that they can use it, why not just wake up one day and decide to divorce your husband? At the end of the day, you walk out with half of all that he has. And I think because this law is beneficial to women, they are beginning to abuse it more and more. And doing something about it is the right thing to do, so that men will not be defrauded further by these women using this no fault divorce to just go away with everything the man has labored for all his life. Let me know what you guys think about this. Are you in support of this, or you are totally against it? Leave it in the comment section down below, and let's continue watching, you guys.
Just be in love and have a commitment.
Man, please, men have been talking about this for years. You can have a wedding and a marriage. You just should not get your local states and county courts involved with that. You guys can make up your own contract, agreement with you and her that if something happens to you, she can get power of attorney, the finances or whatever. There's a separate bank account going to be put aside for her, whatever she needs, whatever you both need to feel comfortable. Just don't involve the government state in your marriage. It's really none of their business.
All right, so those of you who are in Tennessee, guess what? House Bill 2689 is getting ready to pass. That is requiring paternity tests before you sign the birth certificate. Because, when people do paternity tests, 1/3 of the time, they end up not being the father. And if they start testing everybody, that number can only go up, not down. It's going to be dramatic. And right now, they're starting to also add in things like, maternity fraud is a crime and a punishable crime.
A big crime.
So guys used to go to jail for not paying child support on a child that wasn't theirs, because the state wants to get their money, because if there is no father to pay for the child support, somebody has to pay for it, so they push it onto the nearest person that could be a father figure. And they're actually starting to jail time the ladies for maternity fraud because it is such a rampant crime.
So I don't agree with a lot that they do in politics, but I agree with this one. The hustle is over. The scams are done in the state of Tennessee. And I know some of y'all feel like, well, why should we have to do all of this? They should trust me, because y'all be lying. The women be lying.
Exactly.
And if you know that this is his baby without a shadow of a doubt, husband, boyfriend, baby daddy, it don't matter who it is. Let them go on and get that paternity test, sis. If you on the up and up, it shouldn't bother you. And for all of those women out there faking pregnancy to scam men, ooh, y'all big mad now, ain't you?
I think a lot of these ladies should be shaking in their boots right now, and I love to see it. Hearing that a lot of these laws may become nationwide, I know a lot of ladies are horrified that they'll be held accountable for their bad decisions and actions.
Yeah.
What type of woman would lie to a man and say, this is your baby, and she know it's not his baby?
Exactly.
But she have a man thinking that this child is his and it's not. It should be a law for these women to con men. They should be prosecuted as well and charged with fraud or something.
Have you ever cheated?
Why, you guys? Paternity fraud is a very, very big crime, and it should be punishable by law, because I don't know any woman that will be in her normal senses, in her right senses, and pass a child to a man because you feel that that man can be able to take care of that child. That is the height of all the lies I have ever come across in this life. How do you live with yourself knowing that that man is not the father of the child, and knowing that that kid is not even the biological child of that man? This is too much. She is actually hurting two people, the child and the father, at the same time. And I think a lot of women should be arrested for this paternity fraud. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, and let's wrap this video up, you guys.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Many times. All the time.
I have. Yes.
Why?
Because we're bad bitches and we need to show the world.
So currently you have a main and some side hoes.
It's like background characters.
Some side hoes. Okay. Yeah. How many background hoes do you have?
I'm just gonna say like maybe 4.
So 5 guys total.
Wow.
Right
somewhat.
That you're
So, fellas, it's your lucky day, because I am looking for a boyfriend. Yes. And with that being said, I have one little requirement. Just one little guy. Just one little thing.
Oh,
you gotta be rich.
So how much did my divorce cost me? Well, this is a fantastic question. There's direct and there's indirect costs. Direct costs, I lost $106,000 out of my 401k retirement plan I spent 20 years contributing to. I also lost half the equity in the home, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, cash, and savings that I...
They want to get rid of no-fault.
So there's several states where Republicans are trying to get rid of no-fault divorce. If you're not familiar with no-fault divorce, this is the thing where you cite irreconcilable differences. Neither of us committed fraud, neither of us committed adultery or abuse or neglect, but we just don't want to be together anymore. So they're trying to get rid of that.
Get rid of no-fault divorce, which means that the woman has to prove infidelity.
But let me tell you why this is a problem, a big problem. As someone who just went through a very high conflict, 6-figure divorce in the state of Texas that was allegedly no fault, despite that there was infidelity involved that no one seemed to give a shit about. Did you hear what I just said? It was a no fault divorce. That means you're supposed to just split up the assets 50-50, right? Figure out what's going to happen with the kids. Like, it shouldn't cost 6 figures, right? Divorce is expensive. The only people who actually win in these situations are the attorneys, right? But what happens if you actually have to prove infidelity as a basis to be able to get a divorce? It's going to cost you even more money because now you have to go through the process of discovery to prove that there was infidelity, because I don't know how many cheaters are out there like, yeah, I did it. And sure, you may be able to recover some of your community property once you've done discovery, seen bank statements, maybe found those hidden credit cards. You're entitled to your 50% of the community property money that was spent on the hoe, right? But it's probably gonna cost you just as much to find out how much was spent on the hoe by having to do discovery. So you're not really gonna get anything out of it anyways, potentially. But I think the even bigger issue that is probably not being considered here is the emotional toll this will take on women and men, if they're the ones being cheated on, of course. When confronted with their credit card bills, when you were supposed to be on a business trip, is this you at this hotel at this time with this person? And then maybe you have to sit through a deposition with a bitch. And then you hear this bitch talking about how she was having relations with your soon-to-be ex-husband. That shit is traumatic. So in addition to getting rid of no fault as a basis for divorce, divorce is going to become more expensive and more traumatic. Therapists better get ready, and lawyers are about to cash in. Bullshit.
And the fact that permanent alimony was ever a thing is just mind-blowing. I know about the alimony payments that people talked about, but I didn't know it was freaking forever. If they implement all these laws in 50 states nationwide, I bet we see a change in women's attitude instantly. I bet they start talking different. They start listening. They start they will be humbled very fast. Looks like these women are going to learn what strong and independent is today. Men are glad to see these laws being put in place in several states, but this need to be in all 50 states. I'm going to close this video out right here.
Wow, you guys, that was such an interesting video. And I guess the reason behind this no fault divorce was for good intentions, and at the end of the day, women have totally abused it to the point that it should be eradicated. I'm in total support of eradicating this no fault divorce, and let me know what you guys think about this video. I really had fun reacting to this particular video. If you guys totally enjoyed watching, give this video a massive thumbs up, comment, share, and all that good stuff, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye guys.